What's up, my peeps? ZW the Nostalgic One here, coming to bring you, I don't know, something new, something fresh. Now, what I'm gonna talk about isn't fresh, but the idea that I have is fresh. Yeah. So, today I'm gonna be doing a movie versus. And this all came about mainly because over the weekend I recently watched Grease. Grease, the musical thing with the biker boy and the kind of nerdy kind of cheerleader jockey girl, whatever. And yeah, it made me decide, why not do a movie versus. So today's movie versus, because I might do this in the future, is Grease versus Crybaby. And the reason I chose these two movies are mainly because they have very similar elements in them. Sure, some of the plots may be different within the movies, and some of the supporting characters may be different, but they got more similarities than, I don't know, than any other movie I can think of that's kind of like that. So, you jump right into this thing. I'm going to be breaking down these movies by main characters, supporting characters, and all-out plot. So you see, the plot of Grease and the plot of Crybaby. The plot of Grease, Danny Zuko and Sandy, okay, I can't think of her last name, but Sandy and Danny met during the summer and instantly started falling in love. Once getting back to school throughout the summer, when summer is over, Sandy realizes or finds out that Danny is an asshole once transferring to his school, and only shows off this certain way, acting around the guys because he has a certain rep. He spends the majority of the movie trying to prove that he does love her and tries to stay with her, but continuously fucks up into the end where she decides why not just become a bad girl like Danny, and they wind up together. Plot of Crybaby. Crybaby, kind of similar, where you have this biker dude or this rough guy and this square. The two main characters are Crybaby and Allison. Once again, don't know the last name. Now, like I said, Allison is square, and the plot of that is Crybaby starts liking Allison, and since Allison's with the squares and stuff, Allison's grandmother doesn't like Crybaby. Most of the squares don't like Crybaby. It's an all-out kind of war within the square community and the biker community. Crybaby goes to jail. Allison cries and even feels some betrayal as she was lied to by this girl who liked Crybaby, who was kind of a whore in the movie. And Crybaby gets out of jail, makes it with Allison, and kind of like Grease, Allison kind of becomes one of them, like a biker, whatever. So yeah, that was a breakdown of both movies. As you can see, similar traits with the they kind of follow the Romeo and Juliet thing, where it's like they're not supposed to be together. Like Allison and what's her name? Sandy. Allison and Sandy both don't belong with the bikers, but they continue to try because of the feelings. Let's see, character breakdown. I'm gonna start with the side characters instead of main characters. Main characters come last. Side or supporting characters. Now I can't think of all the names from Grease, but I do remember Frizz, Frenchie, and damn, I can't remember any of Zuko's friends, any of Danny's friends. But I don't know, there was some interesting supporting characters because they found love as well. Uh, Frizz or Frizzo, whatever. Spent most of the movie as this, the hard female. She had a song where she was like she could do a lot more worse stuff to people. She was supposedly pregnant in the movie, and she was an interesting character. She was an interesting. Frenchie, or Frenchie, I think that's her name. She spent the majority of the movie trying to work on like her career. She wanted to become like a beautician, and dropped out of high school and was like, screw it, I'm going to beauty school and all this other stuff. And she kind of failed at it, so she said, fuck it, and went back to high school. As for Danny's friends, the only character with a side plot was the second in command, which sadly I can't think of his name. Sorry, but I can't think of his name. And his whole side thing was, he's trying to be supportive of Frizzy. I see it. It's hard to remember their names for some reason. He's trying to stay supportive. He thinks that's his baby, and he's worried about his car because he has this big race coming up with the I think they call it the Scorpions, or something like that. I don't know. It was this rival gang. They were kind of assholes, and that's probably about it for the side characters. Now on Crybaby's side, you got Hatchet Face, which she's kind of like this really ugly chick, but like she has a boyfriend and her boyfriend loves her for her. And all the bikers and stuff, they're all like cool with Hatchet Face. They're like, oh fuck that man, you're pretty, and all this other shit. There's Crybaby's sister, which I can't think of her name, but her little side plot thing was she has 2 kids and one on the way, and due to the biker versus square type war, her kids wound up getting taken away. So she like tried to fight child services and shit to get her kids back. And I don't know. For other characters, I can't think of what their names are. I'm sorry. Hold on. Yeah, I'm sorry I can't think of their names or other stuff about them. It's been a minute since I've seen Crybaby, and when I watched Grease, I wasn't paying attention that much to their names. So, sorry. Now moving on to the main female characters. Allison and Sandy. I'm going to start with Sandy. I don't know why I love starting with Grease. Sandy was like, I don't know, like Sandy, she was kind of the typical square, she was all lovey dovey and girly and stuff like that, and I don't know, she got pissed off when Danny was like, come on, like Sandy, I'm kind of feeling you, just make out, just where to drive in and all this stuff. And she's all like, no, you need to respect me and stuff. She gets pissed off when Danny starts dancing with another girl at the prom, which I probably would be too, especially if her name was Cha-Cha. Like, that was her name, Cha-Cha. So, yeah, I can see why Sandy would be jealous and get mad and stuff. But I gotta say, like, the change at the end, like, that was a big thing for me. Like, she was willing to change for Danny. She was like, what I'm doing ain't working, I got change for Danny. And I don't know, I thought it was pretty cool. Then on the other hand, you have Allison. from Crybaby. And Allison, I mean, like we get even more into depth. See, with Crybaby, they actually tell about certain backstories and they actually show people's parents or grandparents and stuff. So like we had the whole. Not only does people from school and stuff not want Allison to be with Crybaby, we also have Allison's grandmother in this saying no, he's a rough scallion, all this other stuff. But towards the end of the movie, even she's down with the bikers and stuff. Like she wants to be with them and be a bad granny, I guess. So Allison pretty much the same as Sandy with the I'm square and it doesn't seem like I fit in. But unlike Sandy, like Allison was willing to change earlier on in the movie, but she didn't have the same transition as like Sandy did. Like Sandy completely looked square and stuff at first, and then end of the movie she was evolved into I don't think her name changed, but like she was evolved into like this cool ass biker chick and stuff. And Allison didn't change all that much. So I don't know. There was not much to say on them. Like they were very similar in ways, but then they were different in ways as well. Now to the main leads, Danny Zuko and Crybaby. I think his name Crybaby Walker. Yeah. So you got Zuko, you got Walker. Danny Zuko came off as a nice guy when you first start the movie, and then you see the true him, the biker and stuff. And man, is Danny like a cool ass biker. Danny is like a later on version of the Fonz. And he is just like cool as fuck. Danny will fight anyone that he has to. He can, like, he has a heart, of course. Both of them have hearts. But like throughout that movie, you really see the badass, not to mention the asshole side of him. Danny is willing to change and tries to be a jock for Sandy, but it doesn't quite work. Like he doesn't get things down. Like he tries baseball and it instantly failed. He tried wrestling and had to wrestle some big dude and said screw it, and I think socked him in the balls. And he tried track, and he kind of got track. It was kind of working. So, I don't know, the fact that Danny was willing to change for Sandy, and Sandy changed at the end for Danny, like, that's some real love right there. That is some real love. Sadly, like I was saying, in this movie, they don't show parents. So we didn't get to see Danny's parents and stuff. We didn't get to see how it was with trying to get with Sandy like that. But with Crybaby, see, Crybaby lives with his uncle and auntie because his parents died. Like, they actually give detail and backstory and stuff to these characters. And Crybaby's father was kind of a biker and stuff, and his father was a little crazy in a way. And they gave him the electric chair. And it's messed up because they was like, he was saying how his mom tried to stop it, and like apparently they killed her too. They were just cruel to the bikers. It was just fucked up. And Crybaby is, to me, somewhat of a more interesting character than Danny, because we learn more about him. And, like, we feel for him. I mean, like, throughout half of that movie, like, we constantly see him crying. Hell, at the end, everyone is crying. And throughout the movie, we see Crybaby cry from, like, one eye. And at the end, everyone's crying from one eye. And Crybaby is crying from both eyes. And it's pretty damn cool. It's pretty cool. Crybaby, Crybaby had a little bit more epic moments as well. It's like I was saying with Danny. Like Danny was one of those I don't back down from fights and stuff. Neither did Crybaby. Crybaby doesn't back down either. Like both of these guys are pretty damn hard guys. But what do you expect? They're bikers. They're from that era. I should actually end this here, considering that I didn't mention this, but I'll mention it anyway. I'm gonna compare the songs. Well, the songs that I like anyway. One of my favorite songs in Grease has to be damn, I don't know the name of it. It's the song where both Sandy and Danny are both explaining to their friends how it was over the summer. It's called Summer Love or Summer Dreams. Summer Dreams, that's what it's called. It's a pretty good song, and they both reflect on how they see one another. While Danny's kind of over exaggerating though, because he's kind of like lying to his friends and trying to make it seem like he had sex with her. And Sandy's trying to make Danny seem like such a sweetheart, and he's so caring and nice. So they're both kind of over exaggerating, but the song itself is extremely touching and heartfelt. And with Crybaby, one of my favorite songs has to be the song at the end. I'm not sure of the name of it, but like they kept saying "Please, Mr. Jailer" through it. If I had to guess a name, I would probably say it's called "Let Me Out." Not really sure, but I like that song because at this point of the movie, you know, Allison realized that she was still in love with Crybaby and found out that the lie was a lie. So, you know, like they're singing and Crybaby's trying to get out because, you know, he's in jail. And it's just like Summer Dreams. It's a touching scene where you see both sides and you see the feeling and you see them trying to get reunited. And I don't know, it's really heartwarming and a very touching song. Although it's kind of goofy. Like unlike Summer Dreams, like Summer Dreams kind of, it had goofy moments, but it was taken a little bit more serious than Let Me Out. But yeah, that's all the time I got. I know this wasn't much of a versus. This is more of a comparison. But I don't know. To me, it felt like a versus. So I'm not sure. I might call the video Grease versus Crybaby, or I might call it something else, considering that it's more of a comparison video than a versus video. But yeah, if you like this video, give me that thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel and check out some of my other videos. Leave me in a comment whether you think that this was a good video or was it not. If you don't see these movies being compatible with each other. And I'm ZW the Nostalgic One, bringing your childhood back to you real soon. Peace.